What is up, Switch leaders? We are back with another week of Switch, and I hope you guys are starting to get back into the rhythm of what it looks like to be here on Wednesday nights, all the things, and getting back into the flow of it all. I really want to encourage you guys, keep encouraging you guys, that as we start this semester, it is so important to have that group chat. And so if you have not started that group chat, maybe you started a new one, whatever the case might be, it is important that you have that group chat so we could be reaching out to our students outside of a Wednesday night. Maybe you have some students that are coming back where they weren't there the first or second week, or maybe some brand new students that are joining your guys' groups. It is important to get them added into that group chat so that they can feel that they are a part of that community that you guys are creating in your small groups. And the reason why that group chat is so important is because it allows us to be able to reach out to our students throughout the week. We should not be waiting until Wednesday night to be starting those conversations, checking in with our students. We should be reaching out to them all throughout the week, seeing how they're doing, praying for them, how their week is going. School's now fully back in session should be all of our students, and so being able to see how their school year is going, what their classes look like, their teachers, what they're going through, what is on their mind, how they're processing, what is weighing heavy, like all of those things, right? Which brings me to the next thing is not only are students now fully back into the swing of this school year, but also we have a lot of students that are starting fall sports, right? Or maybe there's some extracurricular activities that they're doing at school, outside of school. It's a really good low-hanging fruit for us as their leaders to be asking for their schedules, when their practices are, when those events are happening, so that as our schedule allows, we can show up and support them at those events, at those games, at those practices, as often as we can, right? Because then they're going to see us, they're going to see us cheering them on the sidelines, because we might not know who is there or who is actively present with them at those games and stuff like that. But when they see you on the sideline, that is going to mean a lot. And so let's be looking for opportunities to be able to do that, reaching out to our students throughout the week, getting that group chat going if you haven't done so already. It's such a good opportunity, the low-hanging fruit here as we start this first few weeks of Switch, getting back into the rhythms of things. Well, this week at Switch, we are continuing our message series, The God Revealed in Jesus. And for week 3, we are really continuing to press into who is Jesus. Many of our students, they might see Jesus as this high moral character, this spiritual person who is all loving, but they might not actually view Jesus as the king of their lives, right? But the thing is that Jesus, he is the Son of God, but he's also the rightful king of creation. And the thing is that we cannot have the kingdom without the king. And so we really want to challenge our students to be drawn to Jesus, willing to wrestle with who Jesus is to them, while at the same time we want them to take that step to trusting Jesus and following him and living like Jesus is truly the King and Lord of their lives. So it's an opportunity for us to be able to continue to press into our students and really help them understand who Jesus is, because we're going to be in the Gospel of Mark this week, and we're going to see all over the Gospel of Mark how Mark really displayed not just that Jesus is God, that he wasn't just this person who said he was God, but he was this person who lived that out, who showed truly through his power and through his perfect love that he really was God, through his miraculous work and his healing works over people and the teaching of his kingdom that he laid out for us. And so we want students to be confronted with that, but we also want to help them take that next step in their relationship with Jesus. Because at the end of the day, if we are truly following Jesus and we truly are following the King of our lives, then we must obey his commands. And at the same time, our students, as they are confronted with that, it's an opportunity to be able to continue to ask them the question of, who is Jesus to you? Has that view of Jesus been shaped and has been changed over these last few weeks as we've been talking about these things? Why or why not? But also, if you are ready to take that next step, what does that look like? How can we be partnering with our students to be able to take that next step? Because at the end of the day, their schools are their mission fields. Their families, their teams, their locker rooms, they are their mission fields where they get to go out, and Jesus is calling them into that place to be a leader and to go share their faith and to go make a difference in the place that God has called them to. And so we want to help them do just that. And so I'm excited for the continue of this message series and to see how our students are confronted by it, but to see the stirring up of what God is doing here at Switch and in our students and in you guys as well. And so if you need anything before this week, go ahead and hit me up. But also, I will see you guys in Huddle at 6:20 on Wednesday. See you then.